I think we should start now.
Good morning, dear parents. Firstly, would like to welcome you all on behalf of Mussoorie International School and would like to thank you all for taking out time on a Sunday morning. I hope all of you are staying safe and healthy. I would like to introduce myself as Deepika Rajput. I'm the Joint Director Admissions, and my fellow colleagues, Miss Anju Puri, who's the General Manager Admissions and Alumni Relationship. She's been with the school for last 30 years, and my fellow colleague Ekta Ahuja, who's the Joint Director Admissions again. Now, I would like Anju ma'am to take us through her journey with MIS, with her girls, the MIS stars as we call them. Anju ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, Deepika. And a very good morning to all the parents. And so I'm Anju Puri, and I've been here for the last 30 years. And it's a 37-year-old school, and we have students from 27 different countries. And of course, MIS is a beautiful location. We have, it's a well-secured environment over here. And again, totally pollution-free. There's no pollution over here. And we all stay in the campus. So it's like a family, the children, they are like our daughters, and we treat them, of course, with love and care, and we nurture them. And of course, it's a home away from home for the students. MIS is like a soul, it has a soul, MIS. Anyone connecting to MIS, it may be the students, the teachers, the parents, they are connected throughout their lives. We've had students, I've seen students, study in MIS from grade 1 and till 12th. Then thereafter, they went abroad, they did their studies, and they got married, and even their children are studying with us, and they tell me that, ma'am, you had taken care of us so well, and we want our child to be like us, to be independent, smart, and focused. That is the three things which is very important for a child. And we have the alumni, they keep coming to the school, and they, call up first and they ask me, ma'am, please can I request you to ask the kitchen to make for us cheese toast. They love the MIS food. So we tell the kitchen and they come to the school. We have students coming from, from Thailand, and they are now pilots. And some, like one was a pilot, one was she's into politics. They came to the school, and they requested for cheese toast, rajma chawal. So we had it made for them. So they took a pic of the food first, and they put on the Facebook, and they were teasing the other students. See, we are in MIS, and so that's what it is all about. MIS is a great place for the students to learn, and we make them fearless, courageous leaders, which is very important for a child. So we had a student coming, she got married recently, and she said, I want to come and bring my husband to the campus. I said, more than welcome, beta. So when she came to the campus, she was same like she was, but she came after 15 years, and now she's an MLA in Raebareli, and she had all the guards all around her, and it was a proud moment for all of us. And even her husband was an MLA, and he too from Punjab, of course. And she went around the school. She really had a wonderful time, and she also became very emotional. So these qualities which we inculcate in a child remains with them throughout the year, throughout the years to come. So I'll hand over. Yeah, thank you so much, Deepika. And I can talk and talk and talk about the school, but then I'll hand over to Deepika now. Yeah.
Thank you, Anju ma'am.
Thank you.
Dear parents, Ekta today will take us through the presentation. If you have any queries, any questions during the course of the presentation, I would request you to put it in the chat box. We will take up all your questions or as many as possible at the end of the presentation today. Thank you. Ekta, over to you now.
Thank you, Deepika. Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Mussoorie International School. Thank you, Anju ma'am, for starting the talk. I will take you through the technicalities of the presentation and about MIS. As you can see from my very first PPT, it's all white. It's snow all over. This will be the scenario very next month, in the month of December and January. It's a, it's a beauty. It's actually our campus, which is 40 acres spread, which has all the facilities. And the history of the campus is that this was established in 1984. And the total capacity of the school is approximately around 400. And we have 27 countries, the students coming in from, all parts of the world, from 27 different countries. And the best part of MIS is, which I feel as a parent, is the child-teacher ratio, which is just 10:1. So this enables us to give the individual attention to each one of them. So I will just ask the parents if they have certain pertinent questions, so I can take them around the screen. Yeah. Deepika, is there any parent who wants any specific question?
No, not as of now.
Not as of now. Okay, as you see in my second screen, it is the actual view of the campus right now. It is the aerial view. And the school is under the philosophy and guidance of the Gayatri Parivar. And the DNA of MIS school is about Indian traditions, the value system. As a parent, I think most of us, we want high academic rigor, but along with that, we also want certain values. We are Indians and we are known for values across the world. So as a mother, as a parent, as a grandparent, we want the children to grow up with certain value system, respect for elders, care and concern for our juniors, care and concern for our environment, where we stay, the planet that we live on. So this is the basic DNA of Mussoorie International School. And I believe Ms. Anju can just tell us briefly about what the students do normally, helping the society. If you can just give us some glimpse about it.
Sure, Ekta. And of course, during the COVID time, we had the students going out and giving out food to the poor. And we also have the students, like we've adopted some villages here in Mussoorie, and the children, they go there and they serve them, they help them, and they learn a lot from them.
I think in COVID time, I remember Principal Ma'am and you went on distributing sanitizers and hand masks. So I think
That's right. Yes.
so that is the thing that we want to inculcate in our students also. Unfortunately, that time, because of the health hazard, nobody was there, but the staff member, as a natural, aspect, they were distributing all the necessary aids to the poor people out there in Uttarakhand. So now I will move ahead with the vision of Mussoorie International School. See, the school, as a parent, we are not solely looking for academic rigor, not only the bookish knowledge. We are also looking for enlightenment in academics. That doesn't come only through books. It also comes through, being socially aware. It comes through technology. It comes through, the creativity that each one of us has. And it also comes through our physical fitness, which is like, as I told you, that we have 40 acres of campus. It's a huge spread. And we have very judiciously, utilized each and every space in the campus. We have football, we have basketball, we have tennis court, and all these things. And as Anju ma'am told you, that they are also, environmentally, they are conscious. They're conscious about the society. They're conscious about, what things that are happening. So all these things together is the approach and the vision of MIS. Now learning at MIS includes a lot of aspects. Actually, these are the approaches which I think every individual in today's time should have. Like coping up with the stress, I think is the prime thing. We all, whether it's a child or it's an adult, are going through a lot of so we teach them our own way how to cope up with stress. We counsel them. We counsel them that how to be how to empathize with our peers, how to empathize with people. We teach them how to have, build up a good interpersonal relationship with your surroundings, your teachers, your peers, or anybody for that matter, because that is very crucial these days. We need to understand, we need to empathize. Then I'll come back to the very moot point, which is effective communication. My personal opinion is that I believe every one of us will, be with it, that, if you don't have good effective communication skills, you will not be able to put your point across. You may be a doctor, you may be an engineer, you may be an, IITian, but if you can't communicate, there is no scope for you in future. So this is one major aspect that I think each one of us who are there, who are associated with the school, we pick this up topic every day: how to talk, how to walk, little things, which make perfect individual. And we actually dwell in on this aspect too much. And then about being self-aware, what you are, who you want to be. So these are the little aspect, I think. And then also about critical thinking. There are times, when you need immediate decisiveness, you need immediate decisions, and those are critical. So in case if you evaluate, कि पहले क्या आना चाहिए. So these are the little things, that the school really take care along with the academic rigor, which makes MIS apart from other schools.
Ekta, before, I wanted to understand what are all curriculums we follow, if you can take the parents through. And my request to all the parents is, if you have any questions regarding any of the curriculums, please feel free to put it in the chat box. We will take it at end of the presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. So, regarding the kind of curriculum that we are patronizing 3 curriculums as of now. We have ICSE board, which is an Indian board. And then that curriculum, this ICSE board, we have it from grade 1 to grade 12. And then once the child in grade 6, she can choose from Cambridge, or she can choose from ICSE board. So this Cambridge board is from grade 6 to grade 12. So your child will have one more option to choose from. And then once the child is in grade 11, the child has 3 curriculum which she can choose from. One is ICSE, another one is Cambridge, and then we have IBDP. IBDP is International Baccalaureate Program, which is a Geneva-based board. These international curriculum gives you a leverage, or gives you a lot of subject options you can choose from. It's not like an Indian curriculum where you have staple, subject choices like science side or arts or commerce. But in these curriculums, your child have that kind of leverage where the child can pick up biology with the computer science or with business management. So there are a lot of options. In case if you have any questions regarding the curriculum, regarding the subject choices, please do write to us in the chat box, and you can talk separately to our coordinators to have more vision and clarity regarding these boards that we have.
Ekta, before you move ahead, I wanted to ask all the parents, while you're looking for a school for your child, for your girl, what all are you looking for in a school? What do you want? If you can put your responses in the chat box.
Please do that, because I think this is the very important aspect, because being Indian parents, we are only patronizing ICSE as of now. You should be aware of what all is available out there for your child. And for that, we will be really happy to assist you. So here I go on to my next slides, which talks about that how is teaching methodology is different in MIS. Right? As a parent, we all have expectations. We have expectations from a school. This is what we are looking for while hunting school for our children, is about, academic excellence. It also, we are looking for holistic development. We want good habits, good value system, ethics in our children. We want exposure to extra activities. But what are the gaps in the system right now? As a parent, as a mother, I see that most of the schools, are running the same curriculum in a same style, the chalk and board style. But this is not what exactly is required at this time. Generation, times are changing. If you look at today's child, if you look at today's generation, they already know. We were the, people who were having, we were like, buy the book was the Bible for us. But this is not the right way of teaching. Over the years, I have learned, I'm in this industry from past, I think, more than 22 years now. So it's my own experience. So what difference that I see in the method of teaching in MIS is that it has differentiated levels of teaching. It is customized for every child. And that is only possible because the child-teacher ratio is very less. There are hardly 10 students in the classroom. In my times, we were like 54, 60 students. And I was, because of my height, I was a backbencher. I could barely listen to my teacher, barely could hear what my teacher is saying. I think Anju ma'am and Deepika will relate to it, and everybody, you know, who's our age group would relate to it. We were the backbenchers. Teacher never bothered, or teacher couldn't even see what we are doing at the backbench. And we couldn't understand what the teacher is explaining. And we could not understand what she's writing on the board. So now the times have changed, you know, that because of a lot of technology, there's a lot of visual aids and everything, you know, teaching approach, the way of teaching has changed. So MIS have absorbed it very beautifully. When I say differentiated or level of teaching, that means every child gets aid wherein she can learn the way she wants to. Visual aid is given. Experiential learning is there. There is research and application based. This is the basic pedagogy that we have. You know, book is not the Bible, as I told you. Children can go beyond the book. They can Google search. They can talk to their friends. They can come up with some topic. They can you know, they are free to ask anything which is not there in the book, but which is related to the subject. That is the way of teaching in MIS. And that's, again, I'm reinstating, that is only possible because of the current ratio that we are maintaining in MIS. We all need individual attention at some point in time. As an adult also, there are times when I need individual counseling. I need somebody to explain me certain things in person. In group, you know, there are times children are hesitant. They have the peer pressure. So our teachers, you know, when it's their recreational time or when it's time, you know, some free time, we ask the children to come, you know, as mothers. Say mothers baat karti hain aapas mein. Kya problem? Where is the gap? Why you're not responding in the classroom? So these chota things, you know, that makes a lot of difference in, you know, any child's life. I believe. Anju ma'am, can you just throw light on this, that how, you know, in their recreational time or in their, you know, extra time, how do we pick up? How do we counsel the child?
Yeah, of course. Ekta, we have students like, you know, after school, actually, you know, the thing is they get busy from morning till evening. You know, they have in the morning, they start with the yoga in the morning, running, jogging, morning PE. Thereafter, they go to the houses, they change, and they're given milk and, you know, some badams to eat, and then they get ready and they come for the classes. And in between, they're given a break at 11, and they're given a fruit to eat. Then
Okay.
at 1 o'clock is the lunch break for them, and we have two different times for lunch. You know, one is for the primary school students because they are too small and they feel hungry a little early. So for them, we have the teachers sitting with them and eating food, and we see that every child is eating the food. Because, you know, children are so fussy.
And I think that's a time when teacher interact with the child and counsel them.
Even in the evening, Ekta, you know, they are given extra classes in case a child needs any help, any guidance, maybe socially or emotional, you know, counseling is required. We have a wonderful, you know, pastoral care head and the house mothers. We are also there in the campus. So a child is really taken care of in every way.
Right. Thank you so much, Anju ma'am. And I'll go to my next slide, which talks about triangulated approach. This is a very technical terminology, but very easy to understand. This is very much required, I think, in every individual, every student's life. This is about not taking decision, you know, solely by the teacher or by the parent or by the student. You know, over the years, in our times, what used to happen that you know, on the basis of certain observations by the school or by the teacher, the decision were taken for our subject choices. That was like, I'm not saying it was you know, totally incorrect, but these days, as I told you, the generation has changed. So this approach has come into existence, you know, where the teacher observes throughout the learning years. Then the parent has certain wish, you know, their parent, you know, has certain things in mind for the child's future. And then comes the student who's actually going to do it. So, all these three people together, student, parent, and teacher, we bring them in the column of triangulated approach. We ask them, we give counseling to them, and then we come to a conclusion that this is the right learning process for the child. This is the right curriculum. We counsel the child. We have career counselors on board from time to time, from grade 8 onwards. They take such counseling sessions with the student so that they are not lost once they are in 12th grade. Everything step by step is taken care in the school, in MIS, right from the beginning, so that nobody is lost. Student is not lost while the student is in 12th grade. The parents are not lost ki bacha ab kya karega. Teachers' observation, the kind of observation that they keep throughout the year, helps the child to choose the future that he wants to. So that's a very important approach that MIS is following up. And then I'll begin with the very interesting and important part, which is like rising at MIS. As Ms. Anju also told you, that it is lies in the most pristine environment of Uttarakhand. It is pollution free. It is the most safe and secured environment because it is away from cities hush hush. It's on the hilltop.
Ekta, would just like to ask you and Anju ma'am both, what's a day like in an MI star life while they're there? And what are their favorite spots in the campus when they come back to us visiting or while they are staying in the campus? And other than academics, how we keep them involved, what all they can do. So Anju ma'am, Ekta, if you can take the parents through that. And again, to all the parents, I would request, if you have any questions, please put it in the chat box. We want this to be an interactive session, and we're there to help you out with any queries that you have. Thank you. Yeah, Ekta.
I think Anju ma'am, because she is there from 30 years, she is our strongest pillar that we have. So Anju ma'am, I would give this opportunity to you to just describe how the day starts. I mean, how does the day start?
As I told you earlier, that they start early in the morning. They go for morning pee, running, jogging, and then of course, apart from academics, we have a lot of activity also in school, which is very important. In sports, we have indoor swimming pool is there, and we have a female swimming coach, and every child is taught swimming. Now, may she be from grade 1 or grade 12. So swimming is there. Then we have throw ball, we have basketball, we have karate, we see the small babies, enjoying the karate acts and all, and they feel very happy. See, ma'am, I can do it so well and I can hit anybody who troubles me. I said, yeah, great, wonderful. So we have, volleyball also, we have basketball and lawn tennis we have. And apart from that, we also have music and dance. We have a huge faculty and very strong faculty in music and dance. Our starist, he's broken the Linka Book of Record. He paid 60 hours non-stop.
Wow.
And when our children, yeah. And when our children perform on the stage, everybody gets goosebumps. They really work very hard, the staff as well as the students. You must see the program which we have on the Founders Day. The whole school on the stage performing, and it's all instruments. There are some are like we have about 50 children on sitar, and about 20 on guitar and tabla, violin, drums. A lot of instruments they are into. And of course, we also teach them dance forms, different dance forms like Kathak, Bharatanatyam, folk dances. Then we also have Western singing as well as the Indian classical based singing. So they can choose whatever they wish to. They have a lot of options in MI.
So basically,
what are their favorite hotspots in the campus?
Oh, the favorite hotspot is the tuck shop. They really look forward to the tuck shop because they have it twice a week. Okay. So, whenever there's a tuck shop, they make a big, they go straight to the tuck shop, enjoy their tuck, and they are given hot snacks and dry snacks. Whatever they wish to eat, they can eat.
I believe you take them out also for, through small trips outside the campus also.
Yeah, they go for trekking and they really enjoy. They, climb the mountains with the rope climb. They, cross the river with the rope. And, they really have a lot of adventurous sport activity and they really enjoy themselves.
And like that's the time when they are out for these trips, they can eat whatever they want. I think that's the best time. That's the hot spot.
Time, yeah.
I know. Right. So as Anju ma'am said, that there are a lot of activities apart from the academics and the regular sports and recreational activities. Now I'll take you to the most important thing that I think as an individual, everybody is a foodie and would like to know that what kind of food would be served for my child. Right. So here are the little glimpse in my PPT, which talks about the food that we serve on campus. It's a pure vegetarian school. It has been designed by a nutritionist, the entire day's meal. It is soulful and sumptuous. As in the beginning of the presentation, when Anju ma'am was describing and narrating about Rajma Chawal, I still, have that taste in mind when I first visited the school long back. So the food is really sumptuous. It's just like home cooked food. So they will not miss their mommies a lot because a lot of attention is paid while the food is being cooked on campus. It is served by the students, it is served by the teachers so that they can, to inculcate those habits of serving, how to serve, and all those things. It's a proper buffet system where children can just pick up their plate and eat whatever they want. And that's the place where they make friends, they talk, they chit chat. And that's the place where the teachers, take care of the children, they feed them. We have children from the age, right from the age group of 5 years. So they're pretty small. So our teachers are like their second mothers who take care of them if they're not eating or if they're not eating fine. So all these things are taken care. It's like their second home. Now I come to the end of the day when they are about to sleep. These are the dormitories that we have in house. Every child has their own little cubbies where they can keep their stuff. They have a small study table. They have their own space. And for the very small child, children who are in primary, they have these little bunker beds, and in one area we have maximum of 10 to 12 students who are staying in one room when I'm talking about the primary students, and they are escorted by the home mothers. Wardens are there to take care of them throughout the day. These are the glimpse of that those dorms. These are the real pictures. And now I'll talk about another aspect. I think most of us are most very fussy or concerned about the washrooms. These are the glimpse of the washroom, which was this picture was taken after the sanitization happened in the school. They are clean. There are small, washrooms for facility, for each and every child. And now talking about the medical assistants, the medical center in our school, we have a small infirmary which is open 24/7 and being assisted by a professional, a doctor and a nurse. And talking about the safety measures, as you can see in my slide, safety reminders because of this COVID-19. All the campus, we have these safety reminders all over the campus. Use sanitizer, do not touch anything. Then social distancing strikers are there in the school all over. Wellness screening is done on arrival in the campus. So we are actually being very particular that we are not attending more than 2 to 3 parents in a day, and that too after the complete medical checkup and the complete screening of the person can enter the campus. And Mussoorie, I believe I forgot to mention in my earlier this thing, Mussoorie is one place which has very less COVID cases. And it is almost pollution free. So that also is a very important aspect while taking a decision for your child at this time where we should be sending our child. Because at home, what happens, there is a lot of outside intervention. If both mother or both the parents are working, they will definitely go out. Relatives will relatives will come in, friends will come in, the child would want to go out. So this is the time, where we actually have to take a decision that we can send the child to such a place where there is very less of outside intervention. Our school as it is quite away from the city. It's just 5 kilometers before the Kempty Fall, and it is on the hilltop. So as it is pollution free. There's a lot of fresh air, a lot of safety measures have been taken in the school. Social distancing has been maintained in each classroom. And I believe Anju ma'am will agree that this we have been patronizing sanitizing right from the beginning, because we have been maintaining the child-teacher ratio right from the beginning. So the distance from one desk to another is quite a lot to maintain the social distancing. So it is nothing new that we are practicing. We have been maintaining right from the beginning. So it's easier for us, it's easier for MIS to maintain the social distancing aspect. Then the school has taken another initiative by buying certain testing kits, and they have kept it in the medical center for any emergency situation. Regular sanitization has been done in the school, although there are no students right now, but it has been done every day to keep the school virus free. No outside intervention, as I told you. Even the hawkers, the vendors which used to come earlier in the school, now we stop them right at the gate, for daily food or vegetable or anything. So now they're not allowed. And the best part of the campus is that, which is, again, I would repeat, is not there. The entire staff, including our respected principal, Mrs. Meeta Sharma, stays inside the campus. So again, there is no outside intervention. It's like a very family kind of environment, where everybody is taking care of everyone. So it's a, very small family knit together. And then talking about the regular medical checkups, it is not that we started in these days, where we're having COVID-19. It has been there right from the beginning. We have regular medical checkups for our students. So this is a bit about safety measures, about MIS. And now I will talk about pastoral care. Before I go ahead, I would very proudly would say that today again we've been awarded by the best girls boarding school. Very today we have received this award from Educational Today. I think Anju ma'am, can you just brief us about that?
Yes, Ekta, we've received an award, and it was a survey by this Education Today, and we are number one in the whole of Uttarakhand, number one in India, and number one in Mussoorie. So congrats to all the MIS faculty.
Yes, congratulations everyone. It takes a lot of effort to maintain that position.
Exactly.
Yes, we all are proud of it. And this is because of the hard work of the entire team and under the guidance of our respected principal, ma'am, Mrs. Meeta Sharma, because this has happened. And again, going back to the very essence of the school is the pastoral care. We are the number one school, and consistently from past so many years, we have been receiving this award. Pastoral care is one thing, when your heart sinks, when you think about sending your child away, whether you have one child or two, sending the child away from you is a big thing. You are concerned about the care, you're concerned about the security, you're concerned that how your child will be treated. So receiving this award means that there are a lot of energy, a lot of warmth that has gone by. We as mothers, MIS is very careful while hiring, their employees, teachers, every staff. They've been screened properly. So we are looking. The first thing I think when I was interviewed long time back, they checked more about the warmth and care that I have for children. How many children do I have? So my interview went on a different tangent that time. So, but this gives you a sense. Once I was like in the system, I know why these questions were asked. So everything is taken care in MIS, whether it's about hiring, whether it's about the security, whether it's about the curriculum, extra activity. So pastoral care is one of the, moot point that the entire MIS is built on. We are very careful, and we try to give them as much warmth and as much, security as they would get in their own houses. So, yeah.
I'll just say, like, just one liner. Our
Please.
children, the small babies, when they come to MIS, grade 1, you can talk about 5 years old. So when they come, they're so quiet, shy, introvert. Within a month's time, you see the changes in them. They become so confident. And when any, guest or parent walks into the campus, and they come to my office and tell me, ma'am, please, can I take them around the campus and show the school around? And the parents also get so impressed by our students. One grade 3 child, I'm just talking about her. Her name is Heidi. And when she took the parents around the campus, So the parent asked her, what do you want to become when you grow up? And she says, I want to become the head girl of Mussoorie International School, you know. So, the confidence
know
level
it.
really grows in that boarding school for the children. Please go ahead.
I know. Thank you so much, Anju ma'am, because these are little things, which we can share and we could feel proud of. So now I will ask Ms. Deepika to take us through the accolades and the placements that MIS has, are about our alumni, where all places they have been placed in their professional arena. Over to you, Ms. Deepika.
Thank you, Ekta. Thank you so much. Can we change the slide, Ekta? Now, after MIS, where do our girls go? Our graduates continue on to some of the best colleges, not only in India but abroad. To name a few, or as you can see on the slide, our alumni, our students have gone on to join into universities like Bangkok University, Kingston University, London, Columbia University, Boston University, and India, if you see Ashoka University, Delhi University colleges like Lady Shri Ram, Miranda House, IIMs, you name a institute, we have our alumni there who's passed out from there. And or we have an amazing counseling team in school who helps our students through the campus placement college form filling, guiding them through which colleges to choose from, where to apply, how to apply. So they are throughout associated with them in their journey while they're applying for the top-notch colleges. Can we have another slide? Now, you know, at MIS, we believe sky is the limit for our girls. And we are so proud that our girls have proved us right and made us proud. They have been in a field of medical, engineering, fashion designing, architecture, financial consultants. They've gone on to become authors, successful journalists. They have joined, they are business analysts, hospitality. So you name a field, they are there. So, we would welcome all of you to come join MIS. And, all are like our girls, like we believe that we have to make sure they are not only successful entrepreneurs or successful businessmen, but very responsible citizens also. Yeah. Thank you, Ekta.
True that, true that. Thank you so much, Ms. Deepika. And these are the few awards, as we have already discussed about it. We have, bagged a lot of awards and reward over the past many years now. These are the our latest awards. And today's award is not theirs. We have already spoken about. And Mission, I've already spoken to you right in the beginning that it is about, excellence in all the field. It is about 360-degree change in a person, in a student that we have. I've already spoken about this. And now we will take you through the admission process. It is very simple and has been simplified during this COVID-19 situation where everything has gone online. So the admission process is that you have to visit our website, or our counselors can send you the registration form. You need to fill up the registration form and need to deposit the registration fee. Once we receive that form, the process will start. You will get a confirmation for registration from our end, and then we will begin the admission process. In admission process, you are required to submit certain documents like Aadhaar card, previous year's mark sheet, PAN card. There are certain documents from the school, which forms which you need to fill up. And after that, your child is required to give an aptitude test, and that will, I think, majorly it will be for maths and English. And once that is done, once your interaction is done with the coordinators and our respected principal, we will be granting you the admission. And then the last thing, which is joining, which will be once your child joins. That will be in the month of February and March, where the school will reopen for the new session. So this is the entire admission process, and we would be sharing the details of our counselors, of our team members, where you can directly get in touch. Ms. Deepika will guide you regarding this. And thank you so much for being patient, for attending this webinar on a Sunday. And Ms. Deepika will be talking to you that how we can get in touch with you in future. Thank you and namaste to you all.
Welcome again, parents. Anything that you have in mind you want to ask us, please put it in the chat box. While we get the questions, Anju ma'am, can you take us through anything that a student, a new student or a new parent needs to know while they're applying for our school, Anju ma'am?
Yeah,
Any
sure.
preparation they need to?
Yeah. First of all, they'll have to register the daughters, and for that they'll have to, enroll the child. They have to fill a form, and then they need to pay the registration amount. So since it's COVID time, so we have the parents who have been doing online, registration and also tests. So once they communicate with us, then we share the link with them, the online payment link also. And thereafter, we take a test for the child. It'll be for English and mathematics. And the test is from grade 4 onwards. 1, 2, and 3, we don't take any test because the kids are too small, So we just take them based on their previous results.
Okay.
So 4 onwards, there's an entrance test. And thereafter, once the test is done, we block the seat for the child. And then we'll send them a letter, offer letter. And then the joining letter also will send them. And the list of things required from the friends to with them. That's how we start.
Ma'am, I think you moved outside. So can we have a view of what school looks like right now? What the surroundings look like right now?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Can you have a look at
Yes,
this?
we all can, I think.
Wow.
No,
It's a beautiful view.
Yes.
I'll come out so that I can show you the school, the campus. It's beautiful and it's so safe inside. We don't wear masks at all. It's so safe. But when somebody comes from outside, then we have to wear masks.
It's a huge campus,
the ground here. It's a beautiful green, beautiful ground over here. And it's a huge campus. And, we all stay fit because we keep walking up and down, which builds our stamina also. And our kids, they do running, jogging. See, it's a beautiful campus.
And ma'am, do we have any special instructions when students come to join us in January when they come? Do we have any instructions given to the parents or any like what clothes to carry, what to carry to school, what not to carry to school?
Yeah, we share with them the list of things required because we have 2 lists, So one, the table 1, they need to buy from the campus, from the school mart, and table 2, they can get from home. Of course, we have students coming from different countries as well. So for them, if they want to buy from the school mart, everything's available here. So that's no problem at all. Yeah.
Okay.
So we just brief them everything, about how to go about the admission and what to bring while joining.
Okay, so all this communication goes to them moment, it starts flowing to them once the admission is done.
Once the admission is confirmed, yes.
Right. Dear parents, if you have any questions for us, please put it in the chat box. We'll be more than happy to address them.
We will also be sending a letter to all the parents who have joined us today. So you can touch base with us. You can get in touch with the school authorities and you can take up the queries you may have with them. And you can also take another virtual tour in person with Anju ma'am. She'll be there to assist you. And
more than welcome.
Anytime. Yes, more than welcome. More than welcome. Do we have any questions so far, Ms. Deepika?
Not really. What is the date of registration now?
Registrations are open right now. School is only open till 30th of November. You can register your child immediately. And registration form, you will, have it on the website, or we'll ask the admission manager to send you the link so that becomes very convenient for you. So they're open right now, so you can register yourself immediately.
In fact, we have limited seats left now, Ekta. I'll be very honest, because we already have more or less seats full. But then there are seats available. So I would request the parents to, do the registration formalities as soon as possible.
We have another question here. What about the deduction during COVID time when the child is doing online classes? This question is by Mr. Pankaj Gupta. So if you can throw some light.
See, right now, we are definitely, Anju ma'am, would you like to say something? Or shall I?
Yeah, actually, the principal is looking into it, our principal ma'am, and there are some, um, like, the parents have been given some relaxation in that, which the accounts department will be able to guide them better. And of course, ma'am is also taking care of that.
You can write into us.
Yeah, some relaxation is there, of course.
Policy here. So in case if you have any query related to a fee structure or any deductions or concessions, you may just write into us directly, or can you just pick up the call us up, and we'll be ready to assist you. And definitely, I am aware that we are giving certain concessions to all the students because of this online and COVID thing. Yeah.
Ekta, I think we have our principal ma'am also with us. So would request her to say a few words.
Definitely.
Ma'am.
Yes, just let me come in.
Welcome, Meeta ma'am.
Yeah, hi. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, let me put my video. So I think this is an excellent initiative, and I hope the parents have benefited by it. I go by what the admission team has said. Should there be any queries, any information that you require more about the school, as a team, we are ready to help you out. Please feel free to contact me or contact the admission team, and secure your seats for a bright future of your girls. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And I have another question. When the child is doing online classes, what is the aptitude test date? I think Mr. Gupta is speaking about wanting to know when we do the registration and we take the assessment test. So what's the tentative dates? How are those tests conducted?
Right. This is as per the convenience of the child and parent, but it is normally taken within, a week's time after the registration. And now as it is, because it is end of the year where we will be over with the session. So it is like we try to wind it up within a week after the registration process is done. So within a week, we'll take this aptitude test so that we can close the case immediately, because we hardly have any time. We are about to close the school also next month. So whatever will happen within a week after the registration.
Okay.
Yes.
Anju ma'am, just wanted to ask you, I think all the students who become part of MIS and who are studying with us currently, all the unit test exam dates, their annual exam dates, and whatever is the whatever the dates are being shared by them, the schedule is shared with parents as well as students, because everybody is doing online classes currently.
Yes, yes, of course. We share the dates, everything with the parents and the students as well.
Right. I hope, Mr. Gupta, your queries are answered. So anything else that you would want to know? Again, I would request if anybody has any questions, please feel free to type in the chat box. We'll be more than happy to assist you, help you.
I think that's about it. So yes. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anju ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Deepika. Thank you, Principal ma'am. And I would like to thank everyone in the team, and thank you to all the parents who are there today. And for any query or anything, we will be sending you an email, a WhatsApp to you. Please feel free to ask us as many questions as you want to ask. We'll happy to assist you, because we understand that this is a very important decision as a parent, choosing a school for your child. We'll be happy to assist you. And thank you once again to everyone who are present there. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We hope you all stay
Thanks,
happy,
everyone.
healthy, and safe.
See you again. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
See you
everyone.
again.
Stay
Good
safe,
day.
stay
Enjoy
happy.
your Sunday.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.